Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World, and I'm your host, Jaralma Tushinjaral. On the News Mongolia today, the UN General Assembly adopts a draft resolution proclaiming July 11th as World Horse Day, initiated by the President of Mongolia. The Northeast Asia Youth Climate Council has been launched. Servers for tree registration added to the e-Mongolia system. For the news, stay tuned. The United Nations General Assembly has officially proclaimed July 11th as World Horse Day, following a resolution initiated by Mongolian President Okhnagin Khurelsukh and adopted with overwhelming support during its 79th session. Co-sponsors of the draft resolution included Austria, Bahrain, Brazil, South Korea, the People's Republic of China, Venezuela, Qatar, Lesotho, Morocco, Russia, Portugal, Germany, Thailand, Turkey, Japan, and 5 countries from Central Asia. According to the draft resolution, World Horse Day will be celebrated worldwide for the first time on July 11, 2025. According to data from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, the global population of horses used for riding and draft purposes is currently estimated at about 57 million. Horses are utilized not only for riding, transport, equestrian sports, tourism, and recreation, but also contribute significantly to the healthcare and food production sectors. However, in recent years, various factors, including technical advancement, economic diversification, climate and environmental change, and evolving human lifestyles, have led to a decline in the global horse population and a decreased focus on horse breed preservation and equine husbandry. In light of all this, as a representation of the nomadic people who have preserved their equestrian cultures and traditions from ancient times, the President of Mongolia, Okhnagin Khurelsukh, initiated the draft resolution at the General Assembly to proclaim July 11th of each year as World Horse Day. The purpose of this initiative is to raise international awareness, promote the significance of horses, and encourage public engagement in their preservation. The draft resolution, adopted by a recorded vote of 169 in favor to 1 against, with no abstentions, invites member states and other stakeholders to observe this day every year through activities aimed at raising awareness about the economic and social importance of the horse and equine industry. Introducing the draft resolution, the representative of Mongolia described the horse as one of the most important animals in human history and pointed to its role in transportation, agriculture, farming, and mining, as well as in recreational fields such as horse racing and tourism. But the number of horses, horse breeds, and the horse industry are declining due to changes in lifestyles, technological advancements, economic fluctuations, and environmental factors. Highlighting the sacred place that horses hold in his country's pastoral nomadic culture, he said that it has one of the largest horse populations in the world. The text aims to encourage concrete actions to support the equine industry and conserve the horse's cultural heritage. A new youth-led platform has been officially launched to strengthen regional climate action in Northeast Asia. The Northeast Asia Youth Climate Council aims to bring young voices from Mongolia, China, South Korea, and Japan into policy-making spaces to tackle the region's most pressing environmental challenges. In response to growing climate threats, youth leaders across Northeast Asia have come together under a newly launched council committed to promoting regional cooperation and ensuring their voices are heard at the highest levels of climate decision-making. The Northeast Asia Youth Climate Council aims to strengthen regional climate cooperation among youth and to elevate their voices to the decision-making level. It consists of 14 members from China, Mongolia, South Korea, and Japan. This initiative was born out of the Regional Youth Peace and Security Initiative that began in 2019. Youth from the region have actively discussed how to ensure peace and security in Northeast Asia. With support of the UN, we are launching this new initiative based on the idea that regional peace and security can also be advanced through climate cooperation. Climate change impacts are becoming increasingly evident across the region. These concerns are reflected in the Northeast Asia Youth Climate Declaration. The document highlights issues such as biodiversity loss, desertification caused by climate change, and air pollution. It also includes youth-led recommendations on how to mitigate these impacts. Governments, international organizations, civil society, the private sector, and citizens all have vital roles to play in reducing climate-related harm. In particular, increasing public awareness and enhancing youth collaboration can promote regional knowledge sharing and new joint projects. By amplifying youth voices at the policy level and encouraging inclusive, participatory policy making, we believe we can contribute meaningfully to climate action in the region. As climate change continues to impact the region, the Northeast Asia Youth Climate Council stands as a testament to youth-driven action and regional solidarity, offering hope for inclusive solutions built by the next generation. A new service has been launched on the e-Mongolia platform, enabling citizens to register both newly and previously planted trees. This digital feature supports Mongolia's national campaign to plant 1 billion trees by 2030. Users can now upload details such as the type of tree, location, and planting date along with a photo, helping track progress as large-scale tree planting efforts expand nationwide. A new tree registration feature has been launched on the e-Mongolia platform. Through this service, citizens can log in and access the Register a Tree section to record both newly planted and previously planted trees. Users can input details such as tree species, planting location, and planting date, and also upload a photo of the tree. This initiative follows the President of Mongolia's announcement at the United Nations General Assembly, where he pledged that Mongolia would plant 1 billion trees by 2030. Over the past 3 years, preparations have been ongoing, and large-scale planting efforts officially began this year. Plans include planting 570 million trees over the next 2 years, and an additional 850 million from 2028 to 2030. As of last year, 84 million trees had been planted, either through direct efforts or compensatory measures. This has led to a 5 to 6-fold increase in the supply of seedlings, saplings, seeds, and the number of tree nurseries compared to previous years. In particular, the creation of a national seed reserve totaling 12.1 tons from 39 species of trees and shrubs has enabled the potential planting of 292 million seedlings. Current efforts aim to expand the seedling reserve to 100 million units. Thank you for staying with us. Here are the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Next, our program will turn our attention to foreign news, partnered with international news agencies. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte stated that the United States remains aligned with the alliance and its partners in ensuring lasting and durable peace in Ukraine. Speaking in Brussels ahead of a Ukraine Defense Contact Group meeting, Mark Rutte reaffirmed NATO's united stance and praised U.S. President Donald Trump for his continued commitment. For the first time since the group was established 3 years ago, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth will not attend the Ukraine Defense Contact Group meeting. He is expected to arrive in Brussels after the session concludes. Mark Rutte downplayed concerns, emphasizing that Hegseth's absence should not be seen as a sign of disengagement.
What I think is we really have to commend is the fact that President Trump broke the deadlock. Because till January this year, there were no direct conversations ongoing between the US and Russia. And I think it was important that Trump did this. Of course, this is not easy. And we have to make sure that we bring Ukraine to a lasting and durable peace. This is exactly what the US wants, what all the allies want, of course, what Ukraine wants. So Putin should never, ever try this again. And that means we have to test him, we have to sit down with him, or at least with his team, discuss, etc. And it is the US taking the lead on this, and I'm really glad that they do that. The US is completely committed to NATO, completely committed to our joint endeavors when it comes to Ukraine. There's no reason to doubt that. And whether someone is participating, yes or no, in each meeting, let's not forget, these meetings take place most of the times in Europe, so it will not always be possible for US officials to participate in every meeting. When it comes, of course, to the events last Sunday, clearly that's for Ukraine, and let's not forget that the capabilities they hit were the capabilities the Russians were using to attack innocent people, going about their daily lives in Ukrainian cities and communities. So I think we really should take note of that. We are always prepared for every eventuality, and Vladimir Putin should know that if he would try, that our reaction will be devastating, and he knows. What we have to make sure of is that it is not only devastating today, but that it will also be devastating and very effective in 3, 5, 7 years from now, and that's why we have to spend more.
The meeting, taking place at NATO headquarters on Wednesday, is being co-chaired by the United Kingdom and Germany. Mark Rutte reiterated that the United States remains fully committed to NATO and its collective efforts in supporting Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has called on Western allies to accelerate the delivery of air defense systems, particularly US-made Patriot missiles, to help protect Ukraine from ongoing Russian missile attacks. Speaking via video link to the Ukraine Defense Contact Group meeting at NATO headquarters in Brussels on Wednesday, Zelensky stressed the urgency of meeting past pledges. We need faster deliveries of air defense missiles and systems, he said. These are the most effective way to force Russia to stop its missile strikes and terror, he added. Representatives from around 50 countries took part in the meeting, which was chaired by the UK and Germany. However, US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was notably absent, marking the first time a Pentagon chief has missed the meeting since the group was formed 3 years ago. His absence comes amid concerns over Washington's shifting stance on Ukraine as the war nears its 4th year. The UK announced plans to ramp up drone production tenfold to support Ukraine's defense. British Defense Secretary John Healey emphasized the broader stakes, saying this is not just Ukraine's battle, it's a battle for the security of Europe, today, tomorrow, and for future generations. According to UN estimates, more than 12,000 Ukrainian civilians have been killed since Russia launched its full-scale invasion on February 24, 2022, alongside heavy military casualties on both sides.
We must use every method.
Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more news and updates. Goodbye.